You are about to launch your first A/B test and you've read that you should run a QA before you do, but you're just lost with all the information online about quality assurance. So I will make it very easy for you. You will get value from this presentation if you are a DTC brand founder just getting started with CRO and A/B testing because you're now making a few million in sales per year. If you have never run any split tests on your website or you're wondering which platform you should use, I recommend that you check first my video how to set up your first A/B test on Intelligence. And if you're already doing team tests and you're looking for a simple checklist to QA your website before you launch any test, then you're at the right place. I'll walk you through my 5-minute QA checklist to ensure your A/B test runs smoothly and give you accurate data. Shopify teams, apps, and tracking scripts can break things in the background, so before you trust your test results, you need to make sure that everything is working as expected. And I just want to say before we delve into the checklist that there really are two possibilities for your A/B test. You are either making small changes, can be just changing the copywriting, changing, the color of a CTA, moving some things around, or there are big changes. And if you make very small tweakings, then you don't really need to make an extensive QA. Just check how your team looks on different devices, on different browsers, make sure the functionality works and shows as intended, but basically that's it. Whereas if you prepare the design for a test where you have a big bold changes, like a complete product page redesign or a complete collection page or cart page redesign, then you will need a 5-minute QA checklist. And if you don't have time to do it, then just send this to someone in your team or just hire someone on Fiverr or Upwork. But the idea really is to put yourself in the shoes of shoppers of your website. This checklist is heavily focused on the above the fold and high traffic pages, but I recommend you customize it to fit your store. So just make a copy of this Google Sheet and the link will be in the description, and you can just remove the lines that don't matter too much for your specific store and update with your own important features. All right, so as you can see, the checklist is actually pretty simple, pretty straightforward. On the first column, we have the different pages. Again, very focused on the high traffic pages, homepage, collection page, product page, cart. And here you have the different checkpoints for each pages. And the next 4 columns are going to be about aesthetics and functionality, both for mobile and desktop. And the last one is going to be cross-browser testing. So testing on Safari, testing on Google Chrome, all of that. So I'm going to go through very quickly the different checkpoints and then we can check a real example. So your website load should ideally be within 3 seconds. The top bar link works well. In the header, make sure that clicking on your logo leads to the homepage and that the search bar, account, cart, like all those icons are functional. In the navigation, all links are working and sending to the right pages, and also it's easy to close. In the footer, make sure again that all links are working. Pop-up and cookie banners must be easy to close and to approve. Hero section visual is looking good, communicating well the value proposition. CTA is working and leading to the intended pages. Then on the collection page, we've got filters and sorting features. We need to make sure that they are working properly without any bugs. For that, you can test different combinations. Product cards are showing all important information, images, product title, pricing, ratings, badges, like everything around, like the main information about the product. The CTA button is working properly. Then we've got product page. The image box showcases well the main product image and is easy to navigate through the carousel to look at other images. The zoom functionality works as intended. Product overview is showcasing essential information such as the product title, variants, ratings, size charts, guarantees, description, and all of that. Pricing is displayed correctly and all the different payment options are displayed. Like, ShopPay, can be Klarna, all of that. When clicking on the CTA, it is correctly linking to your cart or your cart drawer. Product page sections are looking as intended, both in terms of text and visuals, and the interactive elements are functional. Then in the cart, let me scroll a little bit. adding and removing items from the cart works perfectly. Again, adding or removing upsells from the cart works great too. Product cards are looking and functioning as intended. Discounts and promotions are working if there is an actual option to add discount in the cart. And actually what I recommend you do here is that if you're advertising a specific offer on Meta, for example, buy one, get one free, then I recommend you try to do this in your website. Or it can also be buy this product, get 20% off another product. Then you should definitely test that, especially in your cart. Pricing is adapting correctly, and as we change items in the cart, it is clearly visible. The CTA is working and sending people to the checkout. And then if you want to do an extensive QA, if you do a very, very big design changes or a complete new team redesign, then maybe you want to test purchase to see if the checkout process is smooth and if there is no friction points, and also to check if the last CTA is working well. You can then also additionally check the thank you page, and for more thorough quality assurance, you can also check the tracking setup. We will use the website Quince as an example to check the 5-minute QA checklist. Obviously, I'm not going to do everything, but it's just to show you on mobile and on Google Chrome, but you should check also on desktop and on different browsers. Yeah, let's check this. Okay, so we've got load speed, the website is loading fast. This is really the column about our aesthetics, but when there is a checkpoint that is not about aesthetics, it's fine, you can just tick. Then we've got a notice bar, free shipping and easy returns. You can click on that. Luxury essentials, honestly price. If it's intentional from the brand to not be able to click and see a collection, then fine. But if it's not, then maybe it should be linking to the right collection. All right, then we've got the header. I'm gonna check another page and click on the logo. Okay, fine, it's sending back to the home page. The wish list is working. Account is working. The bag is working. Search is fine. And even individually, normally you want to check all of those, like if the feature is actually working. But I want to mention something is that if you're making a very located test, and for example, you're only doing design changes on the cart or design changes on product page, then you don't really have to check everything on the website, but have a more thorough QA on the specific page you're working on. But this is just if you're making like a huge team redesign, then obviously you want to check those to make sure that if everything works. Obviously I choose a clothing store, actually quite randomly, but I'm realizing that there are quite a lot of things. Obviously if it's a clothing store, they have a lot of SKUs. But yeah, as I just said, really check the page that you're looking at when doing the redesign and do the QA more extensively on that page. But still, like, you should check those. So in the header, we've checked all of those different icons. And now in the navigation menu, okay, it's easy to open and close. We've got the login icon that is sending to the account. And ideally, what you want to do here is check all the different links and check if they're linking to linked to the right pages. That's the idea. Navigation, just talked about it. The footer is exactly the same thing. Wow, that is really a lot of products. Insane. So yeah, here in the footer, same, you want to check if each link is working, right? You can open in a new tab, all of those. But obviously, if you're making a new team test and you've made a duplicate version of a test that you've already QA'd intensively, and on a new team you haven't touched at all the footer, and you can ask your developer if he has touched anything. It's always best to check, but if nobody has touched it, then maybe you don't need to worry too much about it. So footer is fine. Then we've got pop-up and cookie banner, and I don't think that I have seen any of those on this website. if it should be there, then maybe they need to check. Otherwise, if they don't use it, then it's fine. The hero section visual is looking good. It's quite well optimized. We can see the products and the text and the CTA, and the CTA is sending us to a collection page. So all of that is good. All right. Collection page about the filters. So what you want to do in filters is really try different. Wow, they have a lot of filters. So for example, let's check. I want a size L and I want the color brown, and I'm guessing we can apply the filters. Show me the goods. So what you want to do in there is really try different combinations and then check the product and check if the filter did apply well. And you can do that for filters and then sorting, but apparently there is no sorting. Well, everything is in there. And I don't think we can sort, you know, by bestsellers or things like that. But I actually have top looks, dress, tops. They have the collections here. All right, filters. Then for the product cards, we are seeing there's no product title, but I'm guessing it's intentional. We can see the description of the product, 100% organic cotton, linen, etc. There's like description of the product. Then we can see the review. Let's see, yeah, we can change the variant. We can add to the wish list. We have the badges. Okay, all right. And then CTA. So here there's no quick add to cart. So normally we should be able to see the product by clicking there. Sounds good. Then in the product page, obviously you want to look at the image box, which is the main element and probably the most important element, especially for a clothing brand. All right, it's working well. Can we click? Okay, awesome, it's working. Then product overview, we've got the product title, we've got the reviews. Can we check the reviews? Yes. So I'm really focusing on the above fold. You can choose until when you stop looking, like doing a thorough analysis, a thorough QA. But basically know that here you have 100% of the eyeballs, and from probably here you've already lost 70 or 80% of the people. So really what matters is all of those, checking if the variants are working properly, if the price is updating accordingly, the sizes, the stock, all of that, size chart, great. We can check in centimeters. Okay, everything seems fine to me for the product overview. Pricing and purchasing options, we're seeing the price here, how much we're saving, and we've got 4 interest-free payment with Klarna, which is great. Then CTA is sending us to the card drawer. And then you can also check other sections of the page, such as the complete look. So you could click in there, check if it works. Here, I don't think this is interactive. This is interactive. However, this is quite good. Actually, detail says care. Yeah, so you can check all the sections. After that, we'll look at the cart. Where's the cart? Okay. Add and remove items from shopping cart and wish list. Okay, let's remove this. It works. Let's add this. That works. And same in the wish list. Let's see. Okay, this is good. Add and remove upsells from the cart. We actually just did it. All good. Product cards, can we update? Yes. Can we add to wish list? Yes. Okay, it's moving to the wish list. Can we remove the product? Yes. Okay, so that seems good. Product cards. Discounts, there is no option for discounts, so it will just be in the checkout. Pricing is well displayed. We've got the subtotal, and we even have the information about shipping, which is free there. Great. And the CTA, let's see, is sending to the checkout. So here we've got everything looking good and functioning as intended. So then again, if you've already tested your live team and you just made a copy of your live team and made a few changes but no big changes, then there's no need to make a test purchase, but you can always do it and then refund yourself just to check. And you can also check your tracking setup. So yeah, very simply how it looks like. It's just a matter for you to go through all the important pages and look at the important elements that shoppers will have to do if they want to buy on your website. So it's going through the entire customer journey when they're landing on your homepage, and then going through the collection page and then the product page and then the cart until the checkout. So this is how it works, and I hope this will be helpful for you. Again, as I said, you can send this to a freelancer that you're working with, or you can send it to someone in your team, but this is just to give you a framework to go faster when you're doing your QA. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.